Again, just want to welcome everybody and thank you for taking the time to come out and take part of the webinar. I know it's tough getting off the floor sometimes. So last week we did a little webinar on the usability and workability on the ACRE product. So today we're doing just more of a Q&A with actual Modern Mill regarding the ACRE, and just any more questions you have, just some more information to help the thing launch. So again, it's in stock. We're the first ones up here in Canada to get it. It's a winner. We just got to get it going down the sales path. So pass it over to Steve.
Perfect. Thank you, Chuck. And thanks, Windsor Plywood, again, for working with us, and for everybody taking some time out of their day to jump on the call. I've been to a few Windsor stores and know how busy everybody is. So certainly appreciate your time. My name's Steve Miller. I work for Modern Mill. I'm based in Calgary and handle our Canadian markets. And again, we are very excited about offering this product to Windsor. Feel strongly that your customer base is really going to gravitate and enjoy working with this product. So today, what we're going to do is kind of cover at a high level who Modern Mill is, just a little background on the company, talk about our product ACRE, the technology behind it, some commercial products that we're producing today, and then applications. And as we go, we'll answer questions and kind of walk through the slides here. So we'll kind of get into the presentation. So first, to give a little bit of background on the company, our company name is Modern Mill. We are a sustainable building materials manufacturer. We are based in Fernwood, Mississippi. To give you an idea, geographically, that is about 90 minutes north of New Orleans. And all of our products are being produced from that mill. Our supply chain is also domestic to the United States. All of the raw feedstock and ingredients that we use to make our products come from the US. So you can feel good about buying from a North American-based company. This slide talks about 3 different pillars to who we are as an organization, and I think they are important, so I'll run through them. First and foremost, front and center, is sustainability. We make things better for the planet. We are a zero waste manufacturer. ACRE itself, and again, we're going to get it a little bit more into the technology, but ACRE uses 0 tree products in our manufacturing process. So we're not contributing to any deforestation. We do additional things like look at ways to digitize our marketing efforts and reduce our footprint. So really, sustainability is core to who we are and what we're doing as an organization. We also focus heavily on people. We pay a livable wage at our mill. We've created a number of different job opportunities across North America. And, our owners are very committed to creating careers at Modern Mill, not just jobs. So, good employment opportunities for folks within our organization. And then third, really revolves around innovation. We really focus heavily on innovation. We employ a lot of smart engineers that continue to work on our formulation, our technology, improve upon it. We like to say that ACRE is our first product to market, but it won't be our last. So we continue to work and develop and innovate with our products and with our technology. So what we're talking about today and what is available through the head office is a product called ACRE. And ACRE is a new material to North America. It's suited for a wide range of applications. Really, when you think of it, it is a non-structural wood alternative. So really, anywhere you're using wood in a non-structural setting, ACRE can come in and replace that application. I'm not going to sit here and tell Windsor Plywood or try to tell Windsor Plywood about wood at all. But what I will say is, wood is a beautiful material. People have always loved the look and feel of wood, the warmth and beauty of it. But it does have some drawbacks. There is some more maintenance involved with, dealing with wood. So that has led for people to, look for alternatives, look for other things. Sometimes people want to go down the sustainable route where they want an alternative that, is sustainable, or what they consider sustainable. Another route might be, we want something that's more maintenance free. And either way, typically you're sacrificing. Maybe you're sacrificing on look, maybe you're sacrificing on performance. So the great thing about ACRE is it kind of combines all the aspects. You have a beautiful product that looks and feels like natural wood. It's high performing. It can be used in exterior settings, and we're going to talk about that more in the next few slides. And it is a sustainable option. So again, we're not using any tree products in the manufacturing. So one thing we like to say about ACRE is it's really sustainability without compromise. Kind of checks all the boxes: aesthetics, performance, sustainability. So how do we achieve this, right? I think that's the question. How do you make a material that is high performing, looks and feels like wood, and kind of accomplishes all these things? And I think what surprises a lot of people is, we do have a patent on this technology, but the main ingredient is actually rice hulls. And rice hulls are the protective sheathing around the rice seed as rice kind of sits in the paddy. So this organic material is really kind of an incredible material that's natural formed in nature, and it's resistant to water, weather, rots, and pests. Those same performance properties are brought into ACRE and also give the material a nice organic look and feel. To talk a little bit more about rice specifically, one thing a lot of people don't know is the U.S. is actually a net exporter of rice. We produce a lot of rice in the U.S. and part of the reason we're located in Mississippi is we are close to a number of rice farms. Right now, that product or those rice hulls are essentially ending up in a landfill. So what we're doing is we're taking them back, we're reintroducing them into our manufacturing process and creating ACRE. To talk about that a little bit further in terms of supply, when our plant is at full capacity, we will consume 3% of the rice hulls in the state of Mississippi. That does not include other states that have rice farms in that area of the US, like Louisiana, Arkansas, even East Texas. And that does not include any of the Western states, which are large producers as well. So from a supply standpoint, there's really not a huge risk of running out or running into huge shortages. So that's definitely a good thing, shored up supply chain. So talking about our manufacturing a little bit, when we create ACRE, we take these rice hulls and we create a compound with it. We introduce a little bit of PVC resin into that compound and then 18 other proprietary ingredients. That compound, which is essentially a fine powder, is then brought over to an extrusion line. We then create foam extruded boards off that extrusion line. Those boards are then run through a light belt sander, which exfoliates the surface. And what you're left with is ACRE, which again is going to have a natural look and feel similar to wood. But these performance properties that we mentioned with the rice hulls, so resistance to water, weather, rots, and pests, are all going to be, features of ACRE. So our patent, we own the license to the patents in North America for the next 30 years. And any future iteration of ACRE technology will be offered through Modern Mill. Okay. So moving on, ACRE, as we mentioned, there's a wide range of applications, lots of different things you can do. The product, because of the weatherability and water resistance, kind of lends itself to exterior applications. So when you think about different applications, there are trim, cladding, windows and doors, garage doors, decking, fencing, outdoor furniture. You name it, there's really a lot of different applications from an exterior perspective. The product can also, have a good place interior wise. Some of the different things that we've seen folks do that's kind of interesting is, signage, retail, point of purchase displays. The material actually takes digital printing extremely well. So you can digitally print on the surface of ACRE. It can be used in bathrooms, cabinetry as well. So again, a whole host of different applications, and the product is very easy to work with. We're going to walk through that a little bit more in this presentation, but as Chuck mentioned, we did a live demonstration last week that's recorded and put on the internal website. So definitely a good place to reference as well. So talking a little bit about commercially what's available from Modern Mill. We have 3 different categories of products. One of which, and what we've started with, was our ACRE sheet goods. Standard size is 4x8, and we have 6 different thicknesses available. Currently, this product is available through the head office, all thicknesses and the 4x8 sheets. From our factory, we can extrude up to 20 feet in length. So that's available as well if anyone has projects that call for a larger or longer board. Another product category that we're offering through the head office is ACRE trim. The head office is carrying 4/4 and 5/4 nominal, which would be 3/4 and 1 inch actual thickness. And then lengths, we have 8 foot and 12 foot. Again, what's available through our factory, we can extrude up to 20 feet in length. We provide 18 feet and 16 feet as well. So that is available. Our trim is embossed on one side and flat and smooth on the other. It is reversible, so the embossed side can go out, or you can flip it around and go flat stock. But it is reversible. And then the third category, this isn't currently offered through the head office, but we are commercially producing decking at our facility. We do have a smooth edge and a grooved edge. The grooved edge can work with hidden fastening systems, Camo and Fasten Master. We do have a sanded and embossed profile available and various lengths as well. So talking a little bit about the opportunity here. So ACRE really kind of combines the best of both worlds. If you look at what's available on the market today, tropical woods and composites have some benefits on both sides. So, to talk about those a little bit, tropical woods have a great, natural look and feel. They're easy to work with. You don't require special tools. Composites, on the other hand, they provide the opportunity for no splintering, resistant to fungus, they're weatherproof, very easy to clean and maintain. So ACRE takes those great properties of both and then adds a little bit on top. So this is, again, a sustainable material. It's lightweight, water resistant. Again, it's going to look and feel like natural wood. One of the things that is unique about ACRE, we are producing everything raw, and it can be finished to your liking. Essentially, any water-based paint or stain works extremely well on ACRE. So from a stocking position, you don't have to worry about carrying X number of inventory in Cape Cod Gray, X number in mahogany. You can basically just carry, raw ACRE, similar to how you would stock a wood product, just worry about the sizes. And then, it's an endless finishing option, endless color palette for your customers when you're looking at finishing ACRE. So kind of nice in that regard. And again, it kind of blends the best of the wood world and the composite world. So the next few slides here talk a little bit about, ACRE, these different categories, and comparing to some of the other competitive materials out there. There's a lot of information here, and I'll let folks kind of reference this in the future if you want to go back and kind of look through this. I'll just from a high level, when you look at sheet goods, you know, ACRE is going to look and feel much more like a natural wood again. So if you're comparing it to an HDPE, PVC, any of these, you know, plastic sheet goods, we're certainly going to be superior in terms of looks and aesthetics. Durability and maintenance, we're going to be comparable, in line with, you know, some of these plastic materials. So low maintenance. But what I will say, you know, from a durability or the product lasting, if you scratch a piece of high density polyethylene or PVC, your options can be kind of limited in terms of what you can do to fix that. A lot of times the option is really replace that piece of material. With ACRE, you do have the option to refinish, resand, and, you know, restain or repaint the material. So from that standpoint, the material should last. I mean, it's going to have these performance properties that'll hold up outside, or, you know, in weather, but you can also refinish the material if it's damaged for whatever reason. Trim, again, there's a lot of information here. Some of the things that I'll say with trim, our look and feel is going to be similar to wood, as we've mentioned before. The finishability is going to be, you know, similar to wood, where you can paint or stain the material. So that's kind of a notch above some of the other competitive products. And then ACRE is very easy to work with. We do have an installation guide that talks about how to install trim, but it's not brittle the same way, you know, say a fiber cement is. There's no, you know, dangerous materials like fly ash, where you have to worry about dust as you're working with ACRE, you know, minimal dust. And again, you don't need special tools. You can use, you know, normal woodworking tools to install it. So typically, from a trim perspective, ACRE is much easier to work with, install, handle. And then this is a decking slide. What I will say, and why we like this slide, is it kind of does walk through the evolution of some different materials and wood alternatives. So, you know, if you think about decking, everything started with wood. Wood's beautiful, it's sustainable, it feels nice underneath your feet. You know, there is a maintenance component with decking or with wood decking. So that's led people to go towards, you know, WPCs, lower maintenance, you know, resistance to some weather. But originally these products, you know, had some issues with uncapped edges, absorbing water, causing rot. They can become very hot in the sun. So again, that kind of pushed people towards new alternatives. PVCs came up, lighter weight, they can be shaped, again, low maintenance solution for your decking. But again, you're gonna find something that looks and feels synthetic. You can't change the color, and it can require special tools or someone that kind of really knows what they're doing in terms of installing, you know, a composite deck. So ACRE, again, is kind of this next evolution where we're almost going back to wood. Again, you're going to have that organic look and feel, cool to your feet, barefoot friendly. We do have, you know, slip resistance properties, but again, you're going to have something that's low maintenance. You can change the color. You have, you know, the opportunity to do some really cool designs with the product as well, just because you can paint and stain it and change the color if you want. And again, you're going to have a sustainable option as well. So this next slide here is a video that shows John Pope, our resident woodworker, performing a few cuts and fastening with ACRE. Again, there's more videos and slides like this on our website, and there is a live demonstration that's been put on the Windsor website. But this gives you kind of a preview of how easy ACRE is to work with and use.
ACRE is extremely easy to work with. The consistent composition of ACRE means you'll get smooth, even cuts every time using standard woodworking saws and blades. You can also route and profile ACRE with extreme consistency and ease using standard bits. Secure ACRE with a standard fastening system to suit your application. Pre-drilling may not be necessary. It can be easily said to fix steps for the international attention to
Perfect. So you can see how easy that is. May have had a question. Oh. So, okay. Let me move on here. So one of the things that we heard feedback from our installers of ACRE is this can save on labor costs because the product is so easy to use. It's lighter weight. They typically can install much faster, and they don't have to worry about using special tools or special crews to install. They have said this definitely is something that can save on labor costs. So that's something to also consider with ACRE. Easier to install, can go faster on projects, and again, you can save on labor costs for your projects. So as I mentioned, ACRE has infinite finishing options when you really think about it. You can sand the material, you can add a stain, oil, lacquer, paint, even digitally print, and then embossing is available from us. We have another video that's going to show some finishing options, and John's going to be featured in this as well. Perfect. So this is another unique aspect of working with ACRE. You can thermal form the material. Heating the core up to 250 degrees Fahrenheit allows this to happen. So it's bendable and moldable. Certainly, some pretty interesting shaping that you can see below. And folks really like this aspect of working with ACRE, particularly with the sheet goods, just because it does kind of open up creativity and the ability to do a lot of different things. So ACRE, again, is a durable material. This is an example of an ACRE chair sitting outside for 10 years versus a teak chair sitting outside. So you can see the graying, the cracking. ACRE year after year is going to outlast, and the material is going to hold up to the elements. And this also speaks to, we provide a lifetime limited warranty with ACRE. So the material will not crack, will not splinter, will not rot. We would replace the substrate if that were to happen. So again, we stand by that this material, holds up and will outperform, both wood and composite materials. So to wrap up here, we're going to show just some examples of what you can do with ACRE. So a couple different projects in terms of, you know, use cases with the material and what can be done. So first, this is a marine install. Another property of ACRE is it is resistant to salt spray and salt water. So certainly in marine environments, and when you get out more towards the coast, there is, you know, a huge application for using ACRE. This picture featured the decking, the railings, the soffits, and the trim are all done with ACRE. Certainly, when you think about the thermal formability of the material, some really interesting shapes can be achieved. So, you know, here's an example of some cladding with curves. Another example, you know, you think about the water resistance and performing well in wet environments. Poolside, ACRE's been used in multiple decks, or, you know, trim and finishing around hot tubs. Also with the thermal formability, as you can see, this curved deck, those types of interesting shapes and are becoming more and more popular, you know, easily achievable with our material. A facade like this, so this can be achieved with ACRE trim today. We also are in the process of developing a siding profile that's going to be released in early 2022. But, you know, today, if you use ACRE trim, you can create some pretty interesting shapes and designs with facades. Garage doors are another great market. The product's lightweight, resistant to water, UV, weather, and rot. Bathrooms, when you think about wet environments, you know, it certainly holds up. We've also had a number of people, you know, very interested to use this in terms of cabinetry. So as you can see here, you know, some great options there as well. Again, talking about cabinetry, we've seen folks really like to put this in outdoor kitchens as well. I know that's becoming a hotter trend, and people are, you know, moving a lot of things outside, and certainly having a substrate that holds up to weather and water, you know, good fit here. Benches and seating, we've seen, you know, huge application here for urban parks and different environments like this. And then garden furniture. Outdoor furniture is a pretty big market for us. A lot of the materials that they're using are, you know, high density polyethylene. The cost that raw material has gone kind of through the roof. So ACRE is a great alternative, and it also, you know, certainly looks and feels like a natural material. The Adirondack chair that is on the left is actually what we're going to be raffling off through the head office. So that gives you a sense of what the Fernwood chair looks like. And then really quick to wrap up, talking about some of the services that Modern Mill provides. So from a product support standpoint, we have a lot of different content virtual. We can certainly help with videos like this. We have videos available on our website, product how-tos. Once things get a little bit more back to normal, we would love to visit with folks that actually do these in person, but certainly we have a high degree of, you know, product support for ACRE. Sales support as well. I'm always available to help with any of your customers that have questions. We do have an inside sales department as well that can help with any pull-through or driving customers to you. And certainly any market trends that we're seeing, or, you know, use cases for ACRE, we'll be sharing with the head office as well as the stores. We have great support from marketing. I say beyond our technology, marketing is probably the second best thing we do as an organization. We have great presence on the web, social media support. We are providing countertop mats as well as some in-store merchandising support, 2 chucks, so that'll be available through the head office, as well as sample kits, so people can actually lay hands on the material and look and feel what it looks like. And then last, service. We are a small but fast growing company. Providing service to our customers is critical to our growth and making sure that you're successful with the product. And being small, you can count on regular engagement from us and from our leadership team, just to make sure that you're successful, you have all your questions answered, and you have the support you need to really make this successful. And that's it for our presentation today. Thank you very much for joining. What I'll say is if you have any questions around technical or sales support, my contact is listed below. Feel free to call or email me. And please go out and order ACRE from Chuck at the head office.